So now our topic now we study Mauryan Empire. So now our topic Chandragupta Maurya. So first Mauryan ruler. So Maurya dynasty founded by Chandragupta Maurya with the help of his mentor Chanakya Kautilya. So with the help of Chanakya, so Chandragupta in all likelihood first established himself in Punjab. He also Chandragupta in all likelihood first established himself in Punjab and then moved eastwards. So first established himself in Punjab, then moved eastwards. That means in UP or other side, and until he gained control over the Magadha region. According to traditional belief, Chandragupta adopted his strategy on the basis of moral drawn from an instance where he witnessed a woman scolding her child for eating from the center of a dish because he is bound to be hotter than the sides, called Sandrocotta, Sandrocotta by the Greek scholars identified by William Jones. So moral drawn. Chandragupta adopted his strategy on the basis of moral drawn from his instance where he witnessed woman scolding her child for eating from the center of a dish because it is bound to be hotter than the sides. A woman scolding her child for eating from the center of a dish. So because it is bound to be hotter than the sides. Called Sandrakottas, okay? So called Sandrakottas by the Greek scholar identified by William Jones. So this word is very important, and who also called it Sandrakottas by Greek scholar identified by William Jones. Greek sources even suggested a meeting between Chandragupta and Alexander, who invaded northwest India during 326 and 327 to 326 BCE. So Alexander come to here. They suggested a meeting between Chandragupta and Alexander, who invaded northwest India during this time. They also account for the conflict between Chandragupta Mauryan and Seleucus Nicator, who was one of the generals of Alexander, and after his death and had succeeded in gaining control over the most of the eastern Asiatic provinces. Chandragupta defeated him around 301 BCE, and Seleucus was completely defeated. So Seleucus was completely defeated. So please remember here. So they also account for a conflict between Chandragupta Maurya and Seleucus Nicator, and Seleucus is mainly defeated. So who was one of the generals of Alexander, and Seleucus mainly, who was one of the general of Alexander, and after his death, he had succeeded in gaining control over most of the eastern Asiatic province. Chandragupta defeated him around 301 BCE, and Seleucus was compelled to yield Arcosia, Kandahar area of southeastern Afghanistan. So Chandragupta defeated Seleucus in around 300 BC, 301 BC, and Seleucus was compelled to yield Arcosia, Kandahar area of southeast Afghanistan. And Gedrosia, South Baluchistan, and Sadai area between Afghanistan and the Indo-Indian subcontinent, such as Kabul, Herat, Nandhara, to him in return for 500 elephants. So mainly Seleucus Nicator, he also back from Chandragupta Maurya's region, and he also moved Kandahar area of southeastern Afghanistan, and Gedrosia, mainly South Baluchistan, and Misadai area between Afghanistan and the Indian subcontinent, such as Kabul, Herat and Gandhara, to him in return for 500 elephant. Seleucus sent an ambassador to the Mauryan court. After Seleucus sent an ambassador to the Mauryan court, and the name is Megasthenes, who wrote Indica. He was the chief architect of the Mauryan Empire. He was the chief. Who was the chief architect of the Mauryan Empire? It is mainly Megasthenes, who written Indica. So, who was the chief architect of the Mauryan Empire and built a vast empire which included Bihar, Nepal, northwestern India, and the Deccan region, the southern region. And according to the Jain text and traditions, Chandragupta adopted Jainism and went to the hills of Sravana, and Belagola near Mysore, and with Bhadrabahu. So, according to Jainism, and went to the hills of Sarvana, Belagola near Mysore with Bhadrabahu, and committed Selekhana near death by slow starvation. So, according to Jain text and tradition, Chandragupta adopted Jainism and went to the hills of Sarvana, Belgoda near Mysore and Bhadrabahu, and committed Selekhana death by slow starvation. So, next is in Bindusar, 297 to 273 BCE. So, please remember Jainism adopted by Chandragupta Maurya, and hills of Saravana, Belgoda near Mysore with Bhadrabahu, and committed Selekhana death of slow starvation. Please remember, these are very important. And next we discuss Bindusar, 297 to 273 BCE. Greeks writers addressed him as Amrito Chates, Amitrochets, destroyer of foes, while the Mahavastra refers to him as Amitraghat, killer of enemies. So he was Bindusar, 297 to 273 BCE. Greek writer addressed him as Amitrochets, destroyer of foes, while the Mahavastra refers to him Amitraghat, killer of enemies. It is rather strange that Buddhist source and silent on Bindusara, however, stories from the Ajivika sect do mention of a fortune teller who professed to Bindusara about his son Ashoka's future greatness. So here were stories from the Ajivika sect. Where we understand this fact. Ajivika sect do mention of a fortune teller who professed to Bindusara about his son Ashoka future greatness. Ashoka is the future greatness. It is mainly we mentioned in the Ajivika sect. Conquer the land between the two seas, that is the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. The Tibetan monk Taranath wrote in 17th century history of Indian Buddhism, stated that Buddhism, so mainly Taranath also written, and said that Buddhism great lords, Bindusar's great lords, Chanakya destroyed the nobles and kings of 16 towns. Chanakya destroyed the nobles and kings of 16 towns and made him master to all the territory between the eastern and western seas. Greek sources also mention of his diplomatic relations with western kings. According to Strabo, Antiochus sent Demachus as an ambassador. So who sent Strabo? Antiochus, Syrian king, sent Damascus as an ambassador to the Bindusar's court. Who also come to here? Damascus also come Bindusar's court. Who sent Strabo? Mainly Antiochus. According to Strabo, Antiochus, Syrian king, sent Damascus ambassador to the Bindusar court. Similarly, Pliny mentioned that King Ptolemy to Philadelphia of Egypt sent one Dionysius as an ambassador to India. So the Dibha Bhadana, probably during his reign, there is a mention of his son Ashoka, who quelled a rebellion against weak ministers at Taxila and believed to have joined the Ajivika sect. Under his rule, almost the entire subcontinent as far south as Karnataka was under Mauryan suzerainty. So next we discuss Asoka. Asoka, who quelled rebellion against weak minister at Taxila, believed to have joined Ajivika sect. Joined Ajivika sect. Asoka. Okay. So southern, almost all the territory south of Karnataka under Mauryan suzerainty. Okay. So thank you.